What's up, guys? It's Jace here from Bring Ducks Back. Haven't made a video in a while, so just wanted to get something out there for just just a quick update. And I wanted to show you guys something pretty cool that's been happening to our ducks right now. Basically, they are 7 months old a couple days ago, so they're getting pretty big. However, they are not finished growing yet, and they're actually going through a pretty cool stage kind of right now that they do around 2 times a year. It's called molting. This is Black Swedish duck. We have her name Star. There's some feathers from her right here. She is pretty small, but she's getting bigger feathers, and there are many more of these scattered in the yard. So yeah, let's just get into it. So here's a couple of things that you will notice to know that your ducks are molting. So the first thing, ducks will shed their feathers, as you can see right here. Snow and Star have been molting. There are a lot of feathers. Now, you'll see like little baby feathers or maybe some feathers like this just scattered around your yard all the time. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're always molting, but if you see a lot in large quantities like this and big ones, that really is a big sign that it's probably the biggest sign that you know that they're molting. Another way to tell is the ducks will look plucked. They will have like blotchy spots almost that kind of looks really fuzzy, and it's all over their bodies. And it will also see, like, just say if I pick up one of these feathers, see this little fuzz here? That is kind of like on their bodies, and they all look plucked. They don't have as many feathers, and they definitely look way different. So the third way to know if they are molting,
don't fall in the pool,
is if your ducks fly, which probably, I'm assuming they don't. Just stepped in a big thing of mud. I'm assuming they don't fly, but if they do, they will not be able to. This reason is because they lose all their primary flying feathers. So when they fly, they just can't. They will still be able to jump if you like toss them a little bit, but they can't actually fly. So that's another way. And then the last way, or the last couple of ways, you will see a decrease in egg laying if all of your ducks are molting. At one time, you'll get like a lot less eggs than you usually would. But if only some, you won't get as many. Like Star and Snow are molting right now. They haven't been laying a lot. Now we usually get 4 eggs a day. Now we have around 2 to 3, sometimes even 1. So another way, so this is like a way that you don't chase your ducks like that. One thing that sometimes happens, doesn't always, but it can happen when your ducks molt, is bleeding. Now this can happen in 2 ways. If your ducks aren't patient enough and they will rip their feathers out, it can start to just bleed minorly, not huge anything that would cause any damage or death, but it will, bleed a little bit. You shouldn't be so worried when that happens.
there she is.
But it is something that you should watch out for. So make sure that your ducks aren't plucking out their feathers, and it'll just fall off either when they flap their wings or swim in the pool, or just they just naturally come off. So now the other way they can bleed when they molt, there is these things called blood feathers. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name. They're called blood feathers. They have veins, so they're like the basic part of the feathers. If you look here at this little tip here, you can see right there, the feathers, just pretend that there's, just pretend that there's like no feathers on here. They kind of look like this. There's veins in them in the beginning stage, and they're pretty fragile, so they can just break, and it can bleed. You can just stop it to pinch, and make sure that you watch out for that, because that could injure them if they do a lot or multiple of them bleed. But that's not a thing to be worried about. Just so you know, if you see your ducks bleeding, that could mean that they're molting too. So as you can see here, as Jason was talking earlier about how they when they pick off their feathers and pluck it off, they usually do it in the pool. This is probably where a feather came out. Over here, a couple of them. And
Star?
Wait, look at that. Yeah, you can really tell that Star is really the one who's most molting. You can see these feathers look a little bit, you know, damaged.
Like those one right there.
There, yep, one just fell. She has really been at work plucking feathers, and we don't just find them in the yard, we find them in the coop. We find them really anywhere that they are. They are everywhere. They're floating down the block because of the wind. So she sheds a lot of feathers right now. The time that they molt can be really whenever, depends on your duck. Usually during the fall, spring, and summer. But this can really happen anytime your duck is still growing. Like Star is kind of small, and she needs to get bigger feathers before the winter comes so that she can be extremely warm. Still don't understand how they don't freeze to death when they swim in that ice cold water. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Star is a little bit eager to get away from me, so I will be letting her go. But I hope you learned a little bit something about molting here and it was enjoyable for you. I liked filming this video and I love filming more. And if you guys have any ideas for future videos that you would like me to make, try to, you know, put them down in the comments, and I'll try my best to make them. And from now, I'll see you guys. Subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see ya. Bye-bye.